Hello everyone, it's Serpent, and welcome back to another episode in Brick's Base. I'm sure you all... let me in. I want my chicken. I'm sure you all remember what we did in the last episode. We gave him a little bit of a redecoration of his house. Very kind of us. And when it does come out, I shall link it put a link in the description of the prank video to his reaction. Just thought I'd put that out there in case you wanted to see that. Was that someone else opening the door? Okay, never mind. But yeah, we won't be spending the entire episode in Brick's Base this time. I just thought it would be fun to start here. And what I want to do first this episode, just getting right in there, none of my usual start of episode lecture or anything. I want to get some better gear. Well, maybe not too much better or anything, but I do want some mending on these, mending on this, and then I want to upgrade that fire protection there. So we'll be taking a trip to the Ender soon. That was they were my materials, by the way. Don't worry, I'm not taking stuff from Brick and cooking it in his own furnaces. Okay, so I think that wasn't a very long introduction, but I think I think we can just get right in there and head over to the Ender now. Although I'm not entirely sure whether we'll be doing this this episode or not. I think someone else used that. Interesting. They left the top one opened. I always open the bottom ones. Anyway, yeah, so I think we can just get over there. I had some other idea, but we might not get to it, so I'll just not announce it yet. It'll happen eventually, though. Just maybe not today. Okay, so we've gathered up some books. I've gathered up some books, and I'm going to put Fire Protection 4 on the anti-splats, like that. Aqua Affinity on the diamond helmet, as well as mending, if we can afford it, which we can't. I said mending as well on the diamond helmet. Yeah, that's good. And then just mending on the pants as well. I sit here waiting for it to be cheap enough. There we go. Look at how much durability that already has. That's great. I think... Oh, what's this? Please donate anvils. Why is there a sand block? Interesting. Okay. Yeah, so that's pretty much that, really. I don't... obviously, I'll mend some of this stuff up. And, the pick as well. My sword doesn't have mending. It does have sweeping 3, though, which is, very good when you're using this mob farm. This, Enderman farm. So, that didn't take very long. Feisty little Enderman there. That didn't take long. So we've got some time to kill, and hello. There we go. As you may have noticed, that was a that was typed a little bit quicker than I probably could have before, and that's because I have let's see, I have well, you know how the mic stand sort of obstructs my keyboard. W, A, S, and D and all that are fine, but if I want to type on it, it's too it's not clear enough. However, I just rooted around in the garage for a while and found an old keyboard, and now that is also sitting on the desk. And whenever I need to type something quickly, I'll use that. Okay, so we have some time to kill, I guess. since that did not take up very much time in the episode. Let's see. How's it going? Okay, mostly done. So I think I want to either make an obsidian farm or a sugarcane farm or both. So yeah, I'll just finish up here and then we'll head over to base and oh wait, I don't have anywhere to put that stuff. No. In all my series, I always end up I always end up making a fancy base, or well, you know, a not so fancy base, as the case may be, depending on how you view my building skills. And then I don't have anywhere to put anything, so I just dig a tiny cave and put everything there. And that's a little bit odd, and it's not quite the base I want to build this time. So I'm trying to come up with a way of building something that looks good and that also has spots to put farms and things, because that's the real issue. Making something that has good looks, but then also doesn't make it really hard to put anything anywhere. So for our next project, we'll be needing a lot of sand and a lot of gravel, because we want to make concrete powder. I think I discussed this, or maybe it was in one of the clips I deleted. Anyway, eventually we're going to be taking that plateau that we've got set up and covering it over with concrete powder and other block materials, and basically making it a custom biome sort of thing. It's gonna look pretty good, I think, but we do need a lot of sand and a lot of gravel. So, for the sand, the gravel, there really isn't too much we can do, but with the sand, I have designed a little tunnel bore thing. This is a first attempt. I'm not even sure if this one works, so prepare yourself. Yeah, okay. That one goes forward. But this one is actually pretty clever. It's very small, as you can see, and looky here at what it does. It's for sand only, though. It's not waterproof, so it can't go underground. But if we just give it a moment, you can see that it's at this point it's bouncing back and forth and grabbing a bunch of sand and then getting some more. And as you can see down here, the sand is gradually filling up the chest. So, yeah, I have a little time-lapse setup of this, so I'll show that to you. Just give me a second. So, with most tunnel bores, I've built one before, I mean in survival. I'm not entirely sure if they're actually worth the effort, if they save more time than it takes to build them. They might, but I don't know. I'm slightly dubious, and I have built one before, so I'm not saying you shouldn't do it. It's really fun and they're awesome, but I don't know if it's worth the time investment. I mean, it is if it's your first time and you want to have some fun building a tunnel bore. But I think you know what I mean. Anyway, this one though is actually really small. As I said, it's not waterproof, so it doesn't work underground and in caves and stuff. But it is really small, so it's probably worth the effort of just building a little, just plonking this down in the middle of the desert. I hope, because that's what we're going to be doing. Alright, so I've just been AFKing at Bloxworth's farm, slime farm, to get the slime blocks, and I've also gotten the observers, and now I'm working on the pistons. So, I'm just heading over to my base right now because, well, my main base, because funnily enough, the problem with having two bases is that your stuff gets split up. So apparently all my cobble is over here, and I need cobble for pistons, along with all my wood, and I need wood for pistons too. So that leaves us in the situation where we need to come over here. Yeah. Server lag. Pretty fierce server lag too. Maybe just me. Okay. Apparently I don't have much wood. Well, that's alright. I can always just go get more. A lot of my valuables are over here too. Anyway. Cobble. Gimme. And apparently that's it. Don't have a lot of cobble. This should be enough though. I only need 24 pistons. So, give me some of this. And some of that. And then I need wood, so 2/3 of that should be good. Hopefully. And I've botched something up fiercely. Humph. Oh, 2/3, yeah. Also, it's still not enough, but whatever. Humph. Okay. Wonder, why did that not work? Because this wasn't 24, was it? Whatever. Okay. The joy of crafting. Captured on camera. Much more interesting than anything else I could do. Of course. Okay. So. Oh yeah, okay. I didn't need to make 24, I only needed to make 14. I'm very good at this. Okay. There we go. So, we do have a little extra at least, and I'm going to use normal pistons anyway, doesn't really matter that I crafted extra. Get out of there. The cobblestone stair should not be in the redstone box. The cobblestone stair should be here. Okay. So, let's see, is that everything I need? Looks like it. I do need obsidian, but I already have that, so oh well. I need some redstone, just redstone wire. I was looking at the screenshot, by the way, but I've got a lot of redstone here, so. You know, these fires in the walls are very worrying things. Whenever I'm breaking a shulker box or breaking ore, it's not fun to have to worry about whether it's going to be incinerated. Okay. Oh, more nether quartz. That's nice. So, I'm going to head over to the mining desert and set these things up. Oh wait, I also need hoppers. Well, a hopper. Let's be serious here. I don't really need too many hoppers because I'm just going to wash most of the sand. Oh wait, I can't. No, I can. The fierce battles are raging inside my head. Yeah, so what I was thinking was, I don't need hoppers because I can just wash the sand items towards one hopper. And then I thought, oh wait, that doesn't work because I still need to turn the sanded items, and if it and water doesn't do that. So if I put trapdoors on top, then the items won't be able to fall through the trapdoors. But I can use string instead. Great. So we have all our materials, and I'm now ready to find a desert. I know we have a desert already, but I want an unmined desert because that way the glorious takeoff flight. I want an unmined desert because that way I'll get the most sand for my my building of these. If half of it's already gone, then that's half a desert worth of return wasted. So yeah, I have brought a whole bunch of arrows, a bunch of food too, and we're just going to fly this way until we find a desert. Hopefully I won't hit a mountain. And here we see a wild desert in its natural habitat. Yeah, so there's a lot of this desert, quite a lot of desert, but this is the flattest bit here, and flatness is a very desirable quality with these machines. So, let's see. I'm trying to find the oh my goodness, can't believe I just did that. It's so hard to take off on servers. Okay. So I'm oh, also I switched into Quake Pro temporarily. Sorry about that. Yeah, so I'm trying to find the highest spot in the desert to see how high I need to go to avoid the sandstone. There we go. That was way too hard. That was way harder than it should have been. So, let's see. That's pretty high. This is pretty high. That, I think, is the highest part. Hopefully I didn't die there. Nope. Okay. So, the highest piece of sandstone is at... There we go. Is at 75, or... Yeah, is at 75. Looks like it's night. It's okay. Brought to bed. 75. Okay. So... that means we have to place the slime blocks at what is it? So, that's the sandstone. Slime block can't go there, has to go there. So, I already forgot the number. I think it was 75, but assuming it's 75, we need to place it at 79, or sorry, 77. Otherwise, it's the same sort of difference, but you know. So I've decided that since the dip sort of goes like that, I'm going to be building them along here, and we're going to be building 5 of them. So that's going to be one here, and then let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. Another one here. So 3 blocks between, 1 here, 1 here, and 1 here, or something of the sort. Probably a little bit further over that way. But you can see that it's not going to be, it's not going to take up too much space. It's not going to mine too much of the desert. So I probably could have ended up just doing it over at the one that we already have. But I don't know where that one is anyway, so oh well. Okay. This one is still in a bit of a bad place, so let's scooch over a bit more. Let's see, pop and pop. I think that's the end position, although we do have some nice space over here too. Are these ones, oh, yeah, okay. we don't want to go into any big dips or stuff like that. We want it to be as smooth as possible. So there and then there, and that's perfect. All right, so we have we have the setup right here. We have the alignment, but only the horizontal alignment. We want the vertical alignment now. So I have decided to set it up in relation to the sandstone level here, and that should make it safe for that dip there, and it'll probably still get almost all of the sand, if not all of it, but they'll stop being useful there. Right there. Yeah. But that's still a lot of sand, so I'm not too fussed about that. Alright, I'm going to sleep through the night, and then I'll start building them. Alright, so it really did not take long to set these up. They're actually really easy to build, which is fairly unusual for something involving slime blocks and pistons. But we do need a chest system. That's what I'm doing right now. Got all the chests now. I did actually set up a little chest system, but I didn't have chests, so I just used observers to mark the locations. What you do when you don't have resources. Okay. Pop. And there we go. Grab my observers back. Gimme, gimme. Okay. So, let's get rid of a couple blocks here. Let's see, I want to be out. Yeah, okay, that works. I wanted to be able to access all of them. So, we don't want the sand falling down and breaking this water source and the all that other stuff. So, we're going to be putting string across this, and I need to make sure that actually works. Well, of course it won't work if we do that. Ooh. Okay. That's not good. Let's see. Okay. We can fix this. Just give me a second to figure something out. Okay, so it's a little bit convoluted, slightly. Not too much, but slightly. But here's my solution. So, since... Wait. No. Never mind. Okay, so this solution is a bit better anyway. Since we don't want to use up all the iron that exists in our storage system just to make enough hoppers for this. Okay, that was a bad idea, starting from that end. Now I don't remember the distance. Anyway, since we don't want to do what I just said, we need to turn the sand into entities and then wash it along a track towards a hopper, so that we only need the one hopper, and that means that we have to turn the sand into an entity, and what that means is that we can't. Well, it's not really easy. Hold on. I think I did something wrong there. Well, we'll see. So, yeah, okay. Wrong distances. Okay. So, because of that, because we need to turn it into an entity, and trapdoors don't work because when they're closed and the sand lands on them, the item lands on top and the water beneath can't wash them. And that's the same for... And then string doesn't work because the sand falls through the string into the water. So you need to turn it into an entity with a block that that is tall enough to turn it into an entity, or that will turn it into an entity, but is tall enough that the water on top can still push it, which is why you can't use slabs either, because the water won't push the items. So let me show you what I mean. If this doesn't work, I'm going to be very sad. Yeah. Okay. So, as you can see, the sand turns into an entity on the chest, but then it's not far enough down that the water can't push it. Did this actually work? Okay, did. Yeah, I expected that. We just need to drop this down one. But okay, that works well then. And time to hook up the triggers for these. It's not going to take very long. Alright, so all we need to do to trigger these things is give them an update. And that can be done with a redstone wire quite easily. So I'm going to be okay. This is not quite what I was going to do. So we give them a little circuit. Let's see, what was it? Yeah, okay. We give them a little circuit like this, where you have an observer there, and then that just runs into this, like so, with a 4-tick delay. Oh, and that will mean that whenever this thing is started, it'll keep going until it's stopped. So if I break this, then it'll start mining the sand, like that. And then when I power this again, it'll stop. There we go. So what we want to do is give each of them one of these circuits, and then have a big long line of redstone going to all of them that I can turn on and off. Alright, that's the whole thing done. If I flick this switch. Mine for me, my pretties. Very nice, very nice. So, let's turn that off then. Those are ghost blocks, by the way, the ones that are out of place. And you can see that it is digging into this landscape. And our little chest trick worked very nicely. I want to see if any has fallen. Nope, none has fallen past the hopper and not gotten picked up. Look at that, so cool. Okay, so now all we need to do is set up a little AFK room. We can see that, so that means it's loaded. But nevertheless, I'm going to set it up just over here. Let's see. Door. I'll make a birch door, sure. Let's say right here. Let's going to be a very luxuriant and spacious AFK room. So, there you are. And there we go. Now, I'm not entirely sure whether or not zombies can break down this door. I would hope not, but I think I'll use an iron door instead. But unfortunately, that's about all the time I have for today. This is already a day late. Sorry about that. I had a lot of back-to-school homework after the break. This thing is going very well, and hopefully you enjoyed this episode. Because yeah, I'm gonna go now. See you in the next one. Goodbye.